Hello, guys, what's up? Welcome back to another special episode of your favorite podcast, lovealadijonnaise. Sam, I'm super happy, seriously, of being here once again with you. How are you?
Hello, guys, welcome back. Yes, it's a special episode. It's our first Christmas special episode. Yay! We're very excited.
Yes.
I'm fine, my love. How are you?
I'm very happy, actually. First of all, to all of you guys, thank you so much for all the support during the second season. Actually, this Christmas special still belongs to second season. But thank you so much for all the support. You have been super kind, and we have realized that we actually have some people in some parts of the world that we actually don't have anyone we know. So thank you so much for listening to all of you, to all of us. I'm sorry. And well, thank you. Thank you for all the support, guys.
Yes, guys, thank you so much to all of you that are new here, that join later. If you want to know a bit more about us, you can check our first season. It's a bit longer than the second one. It has 23 or 24 episodes, but also thank you to of our listeners that were from the beginning that are still supporting us. Thank you so much. And as my dear boyfriend said, our Christmas special, we're gonna do 2 episodes, is still like technically season 2, but we wanted to do something cute for you guys since it's the favorite season of the year. Everyone loves December. So we said, why not? Let's give them 2 extra episodes.
Exactly. We're going to give 2 extra episodes, but we're going to explain at the end of this episode what is going to be about the next one. But to begin with this is basically the Christmas special. Thank you to all of you guys, and we're incredibly excited as well. And throughout this episode, what we want to talk about is basically about Christmas and meaning, or like on Christmas Day and the preparation for Christmas. And we're gonna focus a lot about the differences that we have among us. Why? Because it's very different. We're from different cultures, and also we're from different religions. So we live it has a couple of similarities, but in reality, a couple of things actually are very different. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So we see how amazing our difference between us.
Yes, and how we design this episode is basically like in 3 categories. And as Felipe said, we're gonna focus on differences on like religious part and cultural part from our Christmases, and then also like how would you say the customs one, basically meaning like the way we do it with our families.
Yeah, traditions and things we
Yeah.
do with our families and everything. So, well, to begin, it's very important to mark, guys, first of all, we don't even have the same date. Our
No.
Christmas are not on the same date.
No, ours is not on the same day. That's the like main difference. Yours is on 25th and mine is on the 7th of January. Well, yours is on 25th of December. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. 25th of December. That I always have believed, since I was a child, that in reality, the day that we basically celebrate more in the family is the 24th. But yeah, basically it's very different.
Actually, with us as well, we celebrate more on the 6th of January. And I think here we're the same because we put more, how you say, more emphasis
Effort.
on, or effort, emphasis, or however you want to call it, on the day before Christmas.
Yeah, it's also the same with us. So basically that's the first difference, guys. Like our dates that we are celebrating. And well, I would like to know, and Sam wants to tell you, because believe me, I still don't know. Believe me that I'm listening and recording this episode and I'm learning at the same time because I still don't know really how Christmas works for Sam. So Sam, please, can you explain us your Christmas?
Okay, I'm gonna explain you my Christmas as best as I can. Here is a tiny disclaimer. Of course, I don't know all the religious parts and how culture works and stuff like that of my Christmas because for what I also needed some help, so I went online and Googled it. And for what I read there, my family and me, we do it actually very different from what actually the tradition is. But let's go there. So Here, as we said already, our dates are different on different dates. But what's also very interesting is that basically our Advent or fasting season before Christmas starts on 28th of November. And it basically lasts 6 weeks. And basically, what symbolizes is the purification of mind and body. So, what means is that during these 6 weeks, Orthodox Christians, we are not supposed to eat any like animal products and stuff like that. My family and me, we personally don't do it. We only do it a day before Christmas on the 6th. But those ones that are super religious and more with traditions, they actually do it for like the whole 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's actually very different because I mean we also have Advent, but Advent with us it lasts basically 4 Sundays, and we more or less see it almost the same because you said already that it's like the purification of mind and body. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and with us is like the preparation of our body to receive baby Jesus in our hearts. So during this time, we don't have exactly, or at least that I know, like a eating thing, like an eating tradition. We just live these 4 weeks like normally without fasting and stuff. But it's true, like for 4 Sundays, we cannot get ready for the main day.
So you see, here is the difference for you. You get ready like 4 Sundays, like 4 weeks, and with us is basically during 6 weeks. You're not supposed to eat any animal products, any meat or
Yeah.
dairy and stuff
No,
like that.
with us in reality, it doesn't it doesn't really mind because like literally we don't have anything like, oh, you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't eat this. It's true, like for example, it's more like a faith thing, like a personal thing, like, oh, like during these 4 weeks I'm gonna be a better person because in reality you're preparing to receive Jesus, and I mean, so he's born and everything, but we don't have anything like to eat. Like seriously, we don't have anything. I mean, doesn't nothing symbolizes, as long as I know. If some of you guys, if you're also Catholic, can correct me, but I think we don't have something in particular for that.
Oh, we're very big on like fasting and not eating animal products. Cause also for, how's the other one? For Easter is also like a couple of weeks fasting thing, and people also are very strict with that. But as I said, my family
Yeah.
and me were not. But that's like, I think the first difference you can clearly see in our Advent thing.
Yeah, Advent thing. I mean, for Easter and stuff, we also have something. It's not really fasting, but it's just like for Fridays during 40 days, we're not allowed, or I mean, we shouldn't. It has been changing. I mean, anyway, we're not gonna talk a lot about Easter now because
Easter,
it's
yeah.
still far away. But we should eat like a couple of animal products and stuff. But it's very different. But yeah, but like for Christmas, is not really. But anyway, I mean, it's very interesting actually, because I remember once you told me like your family used to do that. But can you now explain us about like literally the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day?
Yes, I'm gonna explain you about Christmas. And well, my family, for about the fasting thing, they do it more for Easter. For Christmas, they do it only like a day before Christmas, and that's it. They're not that strict with Christmas as they are with Easter. But anyways, we're not talking about Easter here. My Christmas, so as I said in the beginning, we put a lot of like emphasis, or however you want to call it, on Christmas Day, so a day before Christmas, which is Christmas Eve, and it's of course the last day of fasting. And what we do is we gather with family and friends, and we usually go to church, to a church service. And here's an interesting part, which I hope I'm gonna explain as much logical as I can, but it's something we do. So in church, or like once the church service is over, what we do is we burn a young oak log or branch, or you pronounce it in English, and that symbolizes the birth of Savior, so Jesus, and of separation from the old beliefs and the acceptance of new light that comes with faith and the newborn of Christ. So that's why we burn the young oak. And also, like, during this, like, burning of the young oak, we also pray and those things, and we wish our friends and family everything good and happiness in New Year's and with born of Jesus again. And that's mainly on Christmas Eve. And then, well, if you want to explain first what you do on Christmas Eve, and then we're gonna move actually on the Christmas Day.
I mean, basically, my Christmas Eve is nothing compared to yours. We don't burn stuff, and I mean, not tiny tree and stuff, but I mean, it's like very, very interesting. I mean, we don't have such a thing. I think like our Eve, it's like the end of our Advent, because the thing is like during those 4 weeks of Advent that we have, every Sunday we turn a candle on. And we have four, I mean, in reality we have five candles. Three of them are purple, one is pink, and the last one is white, the last one to turn on. The colors, I really don't know right now. I don't remember. I used to know, but anyway, I don't really know the meaning. I just know the meaning of the white one, which is like Jesus is born. But the thing is, like, that one is until the Christmas day. But the thing is, like, the pink one, for what I know, it's turned on a night before, or like the last Sunday before, like Christmas. Yeah, well, the last Sunday before Christmas. And the thing is, like, the 24, some people, they go to church, some people not. Now, I'm gonna say, when I'm here in my city, we don't go to church, okay? We go to church until next day. But when I'm in Tijuana with my family, we do go to church the 24th. So I think, like, it depends a lot of the person. The thing is, like, what is mandatory for us is like going for a mass during Christmas, the Christmas day. But a lot of times they give like a mass on the 24th that we call it like the pre-mass, and if you go to that mass, then maybe you don't have to go anymore to the 25th one. So sometimes we go, sometimes we don't, but usually what we do is just we get together in family. And at least here in Mexico, Christmas is like a very family thing. It's not really common that you get with friends and, you know, other people that are not your family. So it's a super family thing. And well, nothing. Usually what we do is we play games like stealing presents game, or we exchange presents, we have a dinner. Sometimes in some families, if they're really religious, they have like I don't know, religious tiny activity. It depends a lot of the family, but we don't have such a thing like literally getting ready, burning something and stuff. Like, literally, it's very simple if you compare it to yours.
It's very simple if you compare it to mine. And I think your candles, because I know about your candles, because also my uncle, he's Catholic, and they do it for my uncle's Christmas. So I'm very familiar with the candles, but I think your candles could be basically more or less the same as our burning the young oak tree on Christmas Eve. But yes, we are like all about hanging out with friends and family, like in front of the church. Because one year I went actually for my Christmas to Bosnia, because they're even more traditional than here. When I'm here in Slovenia, I don't do those type of things with my family. We just have a nice dinner before Christmas, and that's it. We don't even go to church and stuff like that. But one year when I went to visit my family in Bosnia, and we went to on Christmas, and we did all those traditions, and it was like a tiny mini party with friends, family, and everyone was having great time. People were eating, drinking, celebrating. So that's how it was basically.
Yeah. Well, more or less, I suppose that's how usually it is, like with those super typical Orthodox families. Yeah.
Actually, here
No, yeah.
also. Sorry. Well, just to finish on Christmas Eve, actually here in Slovenia they also do it in front of church. But we don't usually go. So like we don't. My family and me, we're not that traditional. But that's mainly like to describe how was before when people were more traditional, basically.
No, I mean, it sounds very cool. I wish. Well, I know that one day I'm gonna see it, but I will be actually very interested about seeing how you burn the tiny oak tree and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And about your Christmas day, is it like a really great deal or is it like more like a chill thing? Because you said also that usually it's the night before the one that is like the party and the dinner and stuff.
Well, now again, here it comes. Depends where you are and depends how your family does it. I mean, if you do it by like the way you're supposed to, like religiously and culturally and stuff like that, they also do it a big deal out of it. Not as much as the Christmas Eve, of course, but they have like lots of traditional food, lots of sweets, cakes, and those type of things. But what me and my family personally do is just a normal, you know, lunch or yeah, it's more like lunch because we usually make it as a lunch and that's it. Of course, a bit more food on the table than usually we would have for lunch. But yeah, it's not a huge big deal as they make it, for example, as my family from Bosnia because they're super traditional.
Yeah. No, it's super similar to me actually since I was a child. I think like when I was a child, it was a bit more magical if you want to call it like that because of course it was like waking up, opening the presents under the tree and everything just like
Ah,
as you
yes.
see in the movies, like literally just like that. But now, I mean, as you're growing older and everything, I mean, at some point those things stop happening. And usually, like, literally, the only thing that happens is like we get together just, I mean, for a lunch to eat like the leftovers, because usually there are leftovers from the last night. But in reality, I will say that the most magical moment of our Christmas is like that one, the dinner, because it's when everyone is dressing well, everyone is like cute, pretty, handsome, all well processed outfit and everything. And I think like that's the best part because like I feel like the 25th is like literally just to eat and that. There shouldn't be like that because in reality the 25th, if you see it from the religious part, is literally when Jesus is born and everything. But I said born. I'm sorry. When Jesus is born, I'm sorry for my pronunciation. Not my English day really. But I think, I don't know, it depends also a lot about the family, a lot about the customs and traditions. Because if I think about both families, it's the same. If I'm here, it's the same. It's just getting together for lunch, maybe going to the mass if we didn't go last night. And if it's in Tijuana, it's the same. It's just getting together for the lunch and that's it. But it's not. In reality, the great deal, the big deal is in the night.
Is the 24th, right?
Yeah, the 24.
That's
And for
actually.
example, what?
No, continue.
No, 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 tell me, because I was going to change a bit the subject.
Ah, well, that's actually very true because I see it when I'm with my family from Croatia and we celebrate my uncle's Christmas. It's also like the big deal is the Christmas Eve basically, and then the next day we only eat the leftovers. But with us on the 7th is actually both days are big deals, but because on both days you're kind of dressed nice, dressed well, and actually the thing is you said you eat leftovers, which is true. We eat the completely different food because I told you it's like the 6th is still our last fasting day, so we technically don't eat any meat or animal products. So it's like basically we eat fish and yeah, those vegan stuff, vegetables and things like that. And on the 25th, we again eat meat, so we eat completely different. But one last thing before we change the subject. I think that also another very different thing that you don't do and we do is like we make like a kind of a big bread that is like round for Christmas.
Ah, yeah, you
And
explained me.
yeah, and basically that bread, we in the bread we put a coin. Of money, like €2, €1. Of course, we clean it. Wait, we clean it, we disinfect it. Don't worry, people.
I was
Yes,
gonna
we
say,
do.
like, literally, you put a coin that has been touched by 100 people.
No, don't worry. We clean and disinfect it, all those things as much as we can. And even like if you find the bread, it happened to me this year. I found the coin And on the part where I found it, I didn't need that piece of bread. I just like, yeah, put it there on my plate existing. But anyways, this coin, if you find it, basically symbolizes that you're gonna be very fortunate this whole new year. With whatever you do in life, with happiness, money, health, and those type of things. So that's the thing. And as I said, this year on my Christmas, I found it, and I'm very happy about that. But that's it.
Very happy you found it, actually. No, we don't have such a thing. I mean, we have it like for King's Day, that it's in on January the 6th, that is basically
Yes.
your Christmas. But it's different because it's like finding baby Jesus, but it's not. I mean, yeah, it's like an extension of Christmas period, but it's not Christmas, you know? But it's very different. But also, yeah, we have that belief with King's Day. But in reality, it's like if you find baby Jesus, it's because Jesus wants to be with you during that whole year. But more or less the same, I will
More or
say.
less the same.
Yeah. And for example, like, can you tell us a bit about, I don't know, two, three customs, traditions that you have with your family, literally with your family?
With my family, well, as I said, this bread thing is one of those customs, and I think like the other two or three, well, anyways, to summarize it, not to be super long, what we do basically, my parents and me, because it's usually just us, on the 6th we have a nice tiny dinner. Usually it's fish, vegetables, and those things, and then on the 25th, again, we make a whole complete different meal. Well, my mom does it. And what we do is like a lunch thing. We're all together, we sit down, we enjoy, and yeah, we basically look back on the like previous year and for what we're thankful and what happened, and we're just enjoying. And obviously we call other members of our family to wish them Merry Christmas, and we just try to spend as much time as we can together, although it's usually on FaceTime, but it's fine. And yeah, that's it. We just enjoy as family.
Yeah. That's very nice, actually, very interesting. It's just about enjoying, as you said.
Yeah, it's basically about enjoying and what we're grateful, and we're remembering the past year. And yeah, we're like saying, oh, what we're looking forward to see in the new year and celebrating basically life,
Yeah.
Christmas, everything.
That's very nice. Well, about me, in reality, it's the same. Both families is the same. So I'm just gonna focus on the games we play because they're different. For example, with my family from here, from the city, from Guadalajara, we have like a tiny activity that is a religious activity. I don't know if we're gonna do it this year. I suppose yes, but it's my mom has because she bought them. She has like a pack of cards, a deck of cards, and those
Yeah.
cards they come with wishes or literally phrases like if Jesus were, I mean, if Jesus was saying them, and literally we start passing the deck of cards around the table, and we start taking one without looking at, and then we're reading, and we believe like literally the card we grab is what Jesus wants to tell us. And there is one card actually that says like, I stay with you during this whole year, and the person that gets that card takes a tiny baby Jesus figure and needs to keep it during the whole year until next year comes, and then we believe Jesus wants to stay with someone else.
Oh, that's very cute game. Oh,
Yeah, well, it's not really a game, it's an activity.
well,
And
an
about a
activity.
game, well, yeah, it's a very cute activity. And about a game, we have like the stealing presents game that is basically we have a dice. We throw the dice, and there are a couple of presents in the middle. And if we get one, then we start grabbing at the end. When presents are gone, then we have like 2 rounds of being stealing presents, which is very cool. And with my family in Tijuana, we have a very also funny game that is like we put ridiculous clothes inside a backpack,
Yeah.
and someone plays a song, and we start throwing the backpack away. I mean, literally to the person on our right. So the person that is playing the song is giving us the bag. Okay, so the person is not looking at who has the backpack, and at some point, the person is gonna stop the music, and when the music stops, the person that has the backpack has to take a cloth out without looking at. So, and we need to start dressing ourselves. So at the end, you can imagine like we look ridiculous with all the things because it's
That's
literally
so
everything.
cool.
My cousin put bras, we put underwear, we put hats. I don't know, masks, stuff, ridiculous things.
That game sounds super fun.
It's very fun, and at the end, we always take a picture.
And of course, you look ridiculous, which is the point of the game. But I see your family, both of your families, and you, of course, obviously, you're very big on playing games and activities during Christmas. Well, before, like on Christmas Eve, which my family and me were not. We're just like when we are for the 24th for my uncle's Christmas together in Croatia, we just like to hang out together, as I said, and talk and enjoy and listen to music. Basically the same as I do with my parents and when we're here on our Christmas on the 7th. That's a huge difference. You play activities and we don't. We just enjoy,
Hmm. I
basically.
think that's a Mexican thing because, I mean, for what I know with my friends, they all play games within their family. So I think it's a Mexican, could be.
Now could be that is a Mexican thing, but it
You know
sounds
that
very fun.
we love games, we love partying, we love all those things, hanging out. So maybe it's a Mexican thing.
I know you do, and actually, I think we all should implement a bit of that because it's fun. It makes the environment more fun, definitely.
Yeah, and you're talking about is not only like sitting, eating, and drinking and talking. Like you also get involved on stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
you laugh the whole night and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, and well, now, baby, it's time to give. I mean, because of the time, I think we should give now two. We're gonna talk about two very special Christmas we remember. Okay, could be as children, could be as grown-ups, could be as however you want.
Okay, we do that. Who's gonna start?
If you want, you begin.
Okay, I begin. Okay, well, because of the time, yeah, because the episode is getting long already. My two favorite Christmases. One is actually this year that was because finally, the three of us, my parents and me, we could have a chill and normal Christmas celebration because usually my mom works and everything's super fast. Because of course holiday season is over and our Christmas is on 7th of January. And this year was super special because finally we were the three of us, everything chill, we could enjoy as family. And as well, because as I said, I got the coin from the bread and I was very happy about that.
Yeah.
And the second one was a couple of years ago when we celebrated my uncle's Christmas in Croatia on the 24th, and we didn't know, no one from us knew actually. One of my uncles, so my mom's and my aunt's brother, well, my mom's brother, and his family, they came from Bosnia to celebrate with us my uncle's Christmas, basically. They came, we didn't know, we were just preparing normal dinner, or was it? No, or lunchtime. I don't know if it was on 24th or 25th, but we were just preparing stuff and to enjoy and everything. And all of a sudden we hear a doorbell and we go on a balcony to see on the parking and we see them there and we were like, what? And it was super
No,
cute
so they
because
came.
yeah, they came. We didn't know. They surprised us, and it was super cute because my aunt and my uncle were like, "Oh, you came! You came to celebrate." You know, my aunt was like, "Oh, you came to celebrate with us, my husband's Christmas. That's very cute." So, yeah, we enjoyed, and that was super cute because they surprised us, and we didn't know. And my uncle was, of course, happy. He was like, "Oh, well, thank you for coming." You know. So that was very cute. Those
Yeah.
were like my two favorites so far because we could enjoy as a family.
Yeah, no, that's actually very cool. And I always wanted to do that, like to surprise someone on Christmas. I've never done it, but it must be super cool.
It was very cute.
Yeah. Well, for my part, it's kind of hard to say because usually Christmas, well, usually, always, I always enjoy Christmas. There's just one Christmas that has been sad that I was sick that you already know. But
I
anyway, I'm
know.
not talking about that one. I'm talking about, well, one of them could have been one Christmas. I'm going to talk about one Christmas in Tijuana and one Christmas here because all Christmas are
Okay.
cool. One Christmas in Tijuana, I think, has been one of my favorite ones ever. Also, there has been like literally lately we haven't been able actually to be all the family together. Why? Because of course my cousins started working, and because
Mm-hmm.
of work basically. And sometimes you just can't work. Once you are a doctor, literally your Christmases are gone.
I
But
know.
I remember one couple of years ago that we were basically all of us, and I think has been one of the funniest game ever we played with the costumes. To begin, it was that, of course, but also, of course, I mean maybe you guys know, and maybe you know already. I love cold, and
I
usually, well,
know.
of course, Tijuana is colder. I remember there was a fog. Maybe you couldn't see literally 1 meter ahead of you. Okay, it was freezing. It was very cold, and it was very foggy. And I remember because of that, we said like, oh, it will be actually very cool, setting fireworks and stuff. Because one of my uncles, he had fireworks, and I don't know, I just remember kind of enjoying a lot of that. Like setting the
Mm-hmm.
fireworks, playing with those things, being with my family, enjoying and everything. I remember I had an amazing time. We went to sleep up like until 4 a.m. of Tijuana, which is 6 a.m. here. I
Oh
remember
my
I
God,
enjoyed
yes.
seriously a lot. Yeah, we partied until late. That's for
We
sure.
partied until late. But I think like why it was your favorite is because you as a family you were all together in one place at the same time and just enjoying it.
Yeah, it was actually very nice. And what about Guadalajara? I think I will actually say one of the Christmas that we've been playing that activity, the religious activity.
Mm-hmm.
And well, in the activity, I got the deck card and I got the special card, that Jesus decided to stay with me. And I don't know, I mean, it felt very nice. And also, I don't know, everything went fine on that Christmas. We enjoy a lot. The food was amazing. We were laughing a lot about like usually you say a lot of stupid things and everyone laughs and stuff. I remember like I don't know why it's even special. It's just one Christmas that I enjoy a lot.
Well, basically more or less it was the same as in Tijuana. You were just enjoying with your family.
Yeah, I had in mind actually. Well, when we were planning this podcast, I had in mind actually once that we were in Chihuahua and everything was closed, and instead of having a decent dinner, we end up having chips and soda. But then I remember that was New Year's, not Christmas. So I was like, no, it
Okay.
wasn't Christmas then.
Well, it was
But
New
yeah,
Year's.
it was New Year's. It was actually very funny. And well, baby, actually, to start hitting up to the end of this episode, and also with you guys, we would like to share our opinion. First, you're gonna begin. You're gonna start with it about where do we think is the magic of Christmas?
Well, for me, the magic in Christmas is, of course, being grateful for what you like have achieved in the year and basically being healthy, having your family around you, so your loved ones and friends, and that you all just, I mean, that we all just enjoy together, and that we are not like all about oh presents here, presents there, presents whatever. It's fine with presents, but like that we just enjoy the company of our loved ones and that's for me like the magical. And if it's of course snowy and cold outside, even better. But for me, definitely the magic is like being healthy, having all your loved ones around you, and just having nice time and like being grateful for what the year has brought to you.
Very nice, actually. I mean, I wish once I can have a snowy winter, a snowy Christmas, just as I see in movies. But I know one day I'm gonna see it. But it's
One day.
actually very cute and it's very true what you are saying because yeah, literally it's not about presents. It's not about receiving and giving and stuff like material stuff. It's about
Mm-hmm.
basically living the moment.
Living the moment and showing your loved ones that you love them, appreciate them, and that you give them love. Basically, you show them that, yeah, and that's the magic for me.
Yeah, of course. Well, actually, the magic for me is a bit similar. I'm gonna try to say with my own words, but I always have believed like literally when we were children, I started realizing about it. Like I think like when we are children, we tend to think and we tend to see that Christmas is even more magical. And I don't know if it had happened to you, Amor, and I don't know if it had happened to you guys that you're listening to us, but at least to me, there was a point when I was growing up and I was like, I don't feel like Christmas is the same anymore. You know, like there was something missing, like literally something missing. And then I started realizing that in reality, when we are children, Christmas is so magical because we have parents that they know how to make it magical, you know, and we have a family
Mm-hmm.
how to make it magical. And then when you grow up, it's up to you to make it magical or not. Because I know people that they don't like Christmas. I know people that they don't enjoy from this season. And it's so magical for me because I decided to be magical. So I think like the magic in Christmas is inside you and of course around you, but it's a decision you need to take because I think it's a moment to see all the good you have done and all the good around you, not really focusing on the negative things and the bad stuff that is going on around you. For example, especially here in Mexico, you know, like
Yeah.
a lot of people even die on Christmas and because there are shootings, insecurity and stuff. So I think it's mostly about focusing that you're okay, as you said, you are healthy and that you have people that love you around you. So I think the magic in Christmas is both inside you and outside you.
Oh, baby, that's very nice said, and I agree. It's inside you and outside you, but also, yes, when we are children, Christmas is very different. And I mean, if we ask now a child of 7, 8 years old, what's the magic in Christmas? I think their answer would be completely different than ours. But of course, as you said, it's inside you. You decided to make it magical, but also like surroundings of you once you're grown up.
Yeah. I think like if I was 7, I would have answered, "Oh, the magic in Christmas is waking up next day and seeing the presents under the tree, and that's it."
Literally.
I think that I would have said that, but now I see it, and it's not. I mean, you wake up, you see the presents, yes, but it's a material thing, you know. I think like in reality, the magic is literally waking up and seeing that everyone around you is okay and that you are okay.
Exactly. That's we see it different than children, but that's it. I mean, we both have like this similar magic in Christmas, and I think they're very both like cute. And yeah, what matters is that we're with our loved ones and everyone is healthy, fine, happy, and that's it.
Definitely. Well, guys, we had reached the end of this special episode. We're incredibly happy. Thank you so much for giving us the time. We wanted to do something special. We were planning this episode for already a couple of weeks. Because you know, like the second season in reality ended like a couple of weeks ago. We were like, no, I mean that shouldn't be the end, especially because we're in this special season of the year. So we really hope you had enjoyed this episode with us, guys.
Yes, thank you so much also from my part. And as my dear boyfriend said, we wanted to give you something for the end of the year and for the special time of the year that we all love. If you listen until the end, thank you for listening. I know it's been longer, long the episode, but thank you for listening until the end. And before I share our social media, well, also our second Christmas special episode is gonna be around New Year's time. And as you can have in mind, or if you like think a bit logical, it's gonna be about like of topic of New Year's and all those cute things. So stay tuned for that. And as usual, you can find us everywhere on social media and podcast platforms as lovealadijonnaise.
So seriously, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to support us. Don't forget to follow us on every place that we are. And Merry Christmas to all of you guys.
Merry Christmas also from my part, and hope you celebrate it very nice with your family. And yeah, as we always say, we'll be back with a new episode very soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.